What's going on, guys? Welcome to Grand Theft Auto Online TV, and in this episode I'm going to be speaking about the character customization to start us off. So as we know, Grand Theft Auto Online is going to have some pretty in-depth character customization, because as we saw in the trailer, every player looked pretty much completely different, and you couldn't really look at them and say, oh, you look similar to that guy at all, really, could you? I mean, the hair looked different all the time, the face looked different all the time, the body build looked different. You know, no one really looked the same throughout that whole trailer that we saw. I'm guessing that's due to the, well, spoken about very briefly, inheritance character creation system. So rather than going with the bog standard choose your parts of your body Sims style character customization, or the one we got in GTA 4, if you don't remember, in GTA 4 we pretty much got to choose our hat, our glasses, t-shirt, trousers and shoes. Trousers and shoes together. And on the PC version I believe you could change your shoes and your hair as well, or maybe some other things, but not really in depth as we would really want. But this whole inheritance character creation system is sounding to be pretty damn awesome. So the reason we got this information was due to Rockstar revealing more information on the collector's edition and bonuses to try and get players to buy it, but I'll go into a bit more detail with that later. They revealed that there was going to be an inheritance character creation system. So what you apparently do is choose your parent, and your parent will, you know, look a certain way. With the collector's edition you get access to Nico, Misty and Claude. So Misty and Claude from GTA 3. So I'm not sure if they're going to be the lower res versions that you could run around as, or if they're going to be remastered versions for the new game, which also leads me to believe slightly that there may be other characters that you can choose from older GTA games, such as Tommy Vercetti, CJ, you know, just pretty much anyone from the older GTA games. But that leads me to believe again that would be very good DLC for Rockstar to sell. It wouldn't be game changing, it would give you a visual advantage, but it wouldn't take away from the experience. Say you bought a car, someone stole it, they can't really steal it, can they? Because it's DLC. You've paid real money for it, and in-game money as well, because you don't just buy DLC and then because that was pretty much confirmed with the electric car. You have to buy the collector's edition, put the code in, and then buy it with in-game cash as well. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, so you could possibly choose from the older GTA characters as DLC later on. I believe that you possibly, I know this sounds a bit weird, and this is speculation by the way, maybe the player you play as on single player, so that's why they give you the delay, or maybe they're just not finished on it yet. So you get 3 characters in the main story, don't you? So you choose one of the characters, you have sex with somebody, and I know that sounds funny, but you have sex with a girlfriend or something, or maybe you just get a girlfriend and you have coffee, and you would basically be producing your online character by doing that. And obviously then when you get online you could choose your activities and so on, which I'll get into in a second. But I think that would be pretty cool, but at the same time it would be a bit, mainly because many people don't really play single player on games anymore. And I know that's depressing because Rockstar put a lot of work into the single player, and I'm sure they've got a massive following, and I'm pretty sure loads of people are going to play the single player. But a lot of people later down the line will get it and only ever play the multiplayer. So that leads me on to believe of 2 other options. So they could still have that option where you can have a baby on single player, which would be your online character. But if you haven't really played the story up to a point in where you can get a girlfriend, maybe you get to choose from preset characters. So, you know, that's how it is maybe. Or maybe it is just that. On the beginning, when you get on multiplayer, you choose your father from the start. I know which option I prefer. I prefer the one where you could have sex in the single player. That's, you know, the 2-week delay between multiplayer. Produce your character, and when you get online, choose your activities, which I'll get into now. So, along with choosing your parent, or parents, I'm not sure if you choose both, but I'm guessing you choose one so far, you would basically choose your daily activities for your character. So do they go around playing tennis, illegal work, family time, sports, as I said, tennis, and you also have to customize their daily activities. That will help shape your character for multiplayer. So not everyone looks different. Not everyone looks the same. So also customizing your daily activities will obviously give you a stats increase on those specific activities that you're good at. So I was guessing maybe if you choose, you say that you're good at, I don't know, teamwork. Maybe you're good at sniping people in the distance to protect your friends or something. Maybe if you're good at driving, you'll be good with pistols and SMGs because you need to use those to get away with cars you've stolen, things like that. But another thing that CVG were really talking about in GTA 5 o'clock is the whole point in maybe the daily activities. Your player does those daily activities while you're not playing the game yourself. So say for example, I'm on the single player. I'm on the single player and I jump to another player. They're doing something that they enjoy pretty much. So say Franklin could be in the middle of stealing a car. Didn't really say I did say they enjoyed it, but maybe he doesn't enjoy stealing cars. But you know, you go on the trailer, on the single player trailer, you'll see that it jumps to Michael, and Michael is putting away his bike after a bike ride. So maybe when you jump in on the multiplayer, you could catch your guy having a game of tennis with another player, and you could then take over and carry on and finish the game. That's just another speculation thing. Maybe they just, you know, you get a table of stats of what they've done while you're away, and you get some XP for what they've done. Obviously, it won't be as much as you get from doing it yourself, but it's still nice. Say you're away for a week, you come back, and you can see that your player has carried on getting some stat increases and hasn't been idle from the world completely. It just gives that more realistic feel on the game, and obviously it reminds me a lot of a social game in where you can leave it and it'll go carry on. And I know obviously it's not the same as a social game, but it's the best way to explain it, really. So yeah, the main thing I really want to know is, are the players from the gene pool your current GTA 5 characters, and maybe you unlock more as you go through the story, so you meet new characters. That would be another method actually. You meet a new character in the single player which you could use as your parent, and obviously you got the DLC ones that you could buy in the future if Rockstar release any, so you could get obviously all the older GTA characters if they're not already in the game. So I've heard 2 points on this so far, and it's kind of confusing to, you know, because I don't know this, it means I don't really know what's going to happen with this method. So if I look at the method I said, buying DLC in the game, so maybe you do buy clothes in the game, maybe you do buy furniture in the game and so on, but maybe you don't buy cars, because if you bought cars or bikes or planes or something like that, which you still have to buy with in-game money afterwards, but if you bought something like that and then someone tried to steal that vehicle, it wouldn't really work, mainly because, you know, they've taken your DLC card that Rockstar want more money from, so they would want them to buy it themselves. Maybe they can steal it and can't drive it. Maybe they just can't get in it. That would be stupid though, because it would take away from the whole point of a constantly moving world, constant, you know, things happening world. So my guess is things like cars, the car DLC won't really happen. But it also leads me to wonder what will happen with the chameleon if I try and steal it from somebody. Maybe I don't know. It's just a bit confusing as where that's going to go, because I'm not going to get the collector's edition obviously, so I don't have access to the chameleon. So it makes me wonder, will I be able to get the electric car pretty much? It's a bit confusing on that point. Will I be able to steal it from somebody, or can I just not get in it? Because it is DLC pretty much, and you got to download it separately from the game with a code. So it's a bit weird. You could say it's pretty much on the disc, because I've got to see it on the game driving around, so it's pretty much pre-order bonus DLC. So I don't know, can I steal it, can I not? If I've got a friend that's got it, can I take it off him or buy it off him for in-game cash? I don't know, we'll have to find out, I guess. So yeah, that leads me on to believe that the microtransactions in the game will pretty much be buying clothes for your character, buying things in your house, buying new maps when they add them in, just things like that. or it will be a subscription-based service. I hope it's the one where you buy clothes and so on, because I know I'll buy a lot of clothes if they add them in a lot, because they said they're going to add content in, so why not add clothes to personalise my character a bit more? And that would be pretty cool, because it doesn't take away from the gameplay if you add in clothes, does it, to other players? But it, for people that have money to throw at the game, they could buy clothes and so on, and obviously it'll be on your Rockstar account, hopefully. Which will mean you could lead it over to your next generation console as well once you do the move, the switchy switch. But it also leads me to then believe that the subscription model would work a lot better, mainly because they could keep adding content in with a flow of money coming in as well. And with the vehicles, say they add in, everyone has access to them. Or maybe I'm just overthinking this, and maybe the game will just come out, people will pay 40 quid for it, people will buy the next one, which would fund the upgrades as well. I don't know. It's really confusing how this is going to work. I should pretty much stop speculating on this from now on, this thing, because we don't know until it comes, and it's going to come in the future after launch, because everyone's going to have access to Grand Theft Auto Online from the get-go. So why I'm speculating too much about it now, I don't know. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode of Grand Theft Auto Online TV. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that maybe the character customization will add in DLC from older characters, or do you think it will be older characters from the get-go, or do you think it will be the parent method? And what method do you think Rockstar will use to make money on Grand Theft Auto Online after launch? But yeah, make sure to let me know what you think. So far I'm thinking that Rockstar will make most of the money from the new map releases and new clothes and so on that players will buy. And I'm also thinking that the characters such as CJ and so on will be DLC, where the current characters in the game for GTA 5 will be, your the characters that you can use. So the characters from the story that you'll be able to use as your parents. And obviously if you've got the collector's edition, you'll be able to use Nico, Misty and Claude as your parents. But anyway, that's it, and I'm going to wrap it up now. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like if you enjoyed, comment your opinion and subscribe for more. I'll see you soon, guys. GTA 5 this month. Peace.
Yo, yes sir. Turn everything up tomorrow. The drums,